Hello and welcome to this first reflection. You find me in the dungeon, which is the study in the basement of our house. For this reflection, I'm thinking about what it means to be a good neighbour. And it started with a conversation I had with my son last autumn. He lives in the Midlands with his family, and close to their home is a hotel that houses asylum seekers. And last year, there have been some angry protests outside this particular hotel that were designed to intimidate and send a very clear message that the stranger was not welcomed in the UK. On some of the roads in that area, Union Jacks, flags, St George Cross flags were festooned on lampposts and displayed on buildings. There was even a St George's Cross painted on a roundabout. And again, designed to send a very clear message on what it means to be British. And there was an immediate impact to this intimidation. So, for example, there was a British man who's been running an Indian restaurant for decades, felt it necessary to fly a Union Jack flag outside of his business. So he would also not be seen as other. And there seems to be a development in this hostile narrative. Some of these same people are now claiming that Britain is a Christian country, and therefore these types of acts are righteous because it is a way of protecting British heritage. But they clearly do not understand what it means to be a Christian. And I think neighbourliness and reconciliation and welcome the stranger are things that you see throughout the Bible, but also very clear in what Jesus embodied in his life and in his teachings. And you can't take the importance of being a good neighbour out of the Christian story. It just does not work. In the early church, I read that salvation was sort of right, that's the cornerstone, but it led on to be a good neighbour. The sign of your salvation was meant that you would be a good neighbour. It meant that the Christians could live next door to their pagan neighbour and have no problems, because it was always about welcome and about reconciliation and valuing the sanctity of life more generally. And in my work in Uganda, with talking to Christians there, it was very clear that yes, there is salvation, and that is not seen as a secondary matter, but it's almost the starting point of what it means to be a good neighbour. It allows people to go, well, that's my security, and therefore I need to live this life out. And to live this life out, I need to welcome the other. So I've written a poem that expresses my feelings on that. So I'd like to share that with you now. So if you have any comments on this, please share, but please do it very gently and with as much kindness as you can muster. And because of galloping years, I will put on my glasses. The Painted Roundabout. Did you see the roundabout painted with misplaced pride? Christ's emblem misused, misaligned with grace. It feels different to the spirits refueling work where love resides, interrupting the flow of peace and masking the evil order of race. The curry house has a flag flying, but it is not about union. It is tragic, forlorn, sagging, removed of neighbourly hope, now imbued with fear and fright. The owner must excuse the skin with which the Creator gave them form. The standard bearers display their angst, the multicoloured cloth harking back to a dream-twisted birthright. Albion's heart did not rightly beat with the empire's pounding drum. Its pulse is wonder, imagination, psalms, and a night king without horse or sword. Greatness does not come with might's truth, and the means to devour and overcome, but with words that embrace and tunes sounding rich notes and powerful chords. Christ is pierced again by those MAGA-cloned emperors who claim his name. Using precious lines, absent their poetry, they rally the angry and frightened to their way. Their kingdoms will falter, and so again they will find the other to blame. But for these scapegoats, Christ has rooms to dwell, and they will have their day. So I thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next time.